Before I get started with offer review, I just wanted to thank everyone for the overwhelming support from my video earlier today. I deleted and re-uploaded that video, and I wasn't sure. I just wanted to say thank you, really, for the support. I was pretty insecure with putting it up there. So we're gonna get to offer review. We're gonna get back to wrecking nerds and screaming trash. I'm a little overwhelmed with the amount of support, not only from the comment section on YouTube, but also here on Twitch. And I just gotta express my gratitude. I really don't feel like I deserve it. But we're gonna talk about the auto claim button, and I think there's two takes on this, and I agree with both. We're just gonna read it, and largely I want to say I'm in favor of this change. Auto claim inbox rewards. So this improvement are coming to the inbox, forthcoming version 7.2, which is going to be in theory on Tuesday. Auto claim rewards. When the update goes live, items delivered to the rewards tab of the inbox. So there's two tabs right now. There's a message tab and a rewards tag. So this is going to apply to the rewards tab. Claim automatically when you log in, visiting the home screen while playing. You'll get a message near chat window notifying that items have been claimed. If you want to view the items that were claimed, associated inbox will appear tagged and new to identify them quickly. So there's several reasons for the update. Basically, they want to minimize hoarding, right? First, it was ensure players get their items from the rewards tab they forget to claim manually. And yes, this does happen. Second, it removes the pressure to save inbox messages led by a fear of missing out of using them in future events and content. Yeah, the hoard meta was real. This is happening with the following change. Timestamped items delivered through messages tab will still need to be manually claimed. However, items delivered via the inbox, messages, and reward tabs will be timestamped upon delivery, meaning they will only grant progress for an event currently running, not for a future event. For example, message delivered June 1st containing Blitz credits cannot be applied towards the event starting on June 2nd that it gives progress of earning Blitz credits. Now, this is the part that I thought was interesting. Currently, the team had to consider the players that have banked excess items in the inbox and thus tuned certain events accordingly. This change will mitigate that concern. So I think the reason why I like this change is mostly because back in the day when I accidentally claimed all, remember the claim all bug, and I'm sure some of you have accidentally claimed the items, and it really felt bad knowing that because of that bug, I was at a disadvantage. And mostly I was like, why does it have to be this way? Is this actually fun? Is this good to be saving items and getting rewards? And no. Now, here's the thing, though. This was a small way for engaged players, people that watch YouTube videos, people that are engaged on Reddit, people that are engaged on Twitch, people that are engaged on Discord to get ahead. You know, whether that was reading infographics, and this was in a way of min-max. And so largely this was a small way for free-to-play players to get ahead. However, casual players didn't like this. They were, you know, not interested in understanding the nuances and reading data mines, and this is a hassle. Now, this can go one of two ways, and I'm going to read two comments. I mean, if this actually means an easier gameplay and more rewards, that's great. But if this makes it just they don't adjust the milestones going forward and they just become whalestones, then I think this is a bad update. And I thought there were two comments that I wanted to read. One from Mostes. I think hoard meta is still alive and well. You can still hoard training and gold orbs in your inventory. Blitz charges from dailies, Blitz credits from Blitz milestones, raid credits from raid season rewards, and ISO and regular campaign energy from the Strike Pass. And we're going to talk about that because it looks like they've removed some of the ISO energy from the Strike Pass, because we have another post right here, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. So and so it goes, and CC Elite credits for new characters to be added to the Crucible store. So it's not completely gone, but I'm wondering if they're heading it into a direction where they're not going to incentivize this, because it's, for me, I don't enjoy it. So here's a reward. As long as they actually scale the event points back to match the removal of hoarding, this is an excellent change. I agree. But I don't trust Scopely enough to think that they will do that. They're uncouth. And they use the peddle their bad offers in order to complete events. So there's two changes that we've had recently. This one right here, which is coming up on the patch, which I'm expecting to be Tuesday. And the second one was in the amount of gold coming in from Alliance War, which comes twice a month. And that amount twice a month, 4 million times 4 million or 10 million times 10 million is anywhere from 8 to 20 million extra gold a month. And I feel like the players movement and some of these changes that actually have already been implemented or going to be implemented in the immediate future are a step in the right direction. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but I'm kind of optimistic about the game right now. Like I'm cautiously optimistic. Please understand. I have a lot of skepticism, rightfully so, because it's scopely, but this feels like it's a step in the right direction. And I wanna see how it plays out, and we'll see. Now, there is a change to the strike pass, and I did take a look at it, and there's the Mojo's Mayhem, which has World War II Iron Fist. Does have some changes in it, which I thought were pretty good. So for $20 now, you can get the 500 cores, an extra 55 Iron Fist shards, which is, for me, is going to be the exact amount that I need to upgrade him to the next star level, an Elite 5, and Elite 6. So this is an improvement to the Mojo's reward. However, they're upgrading all of them, and some of the changes here are kind of in alignment with this anti-hoarding mentality. I'm going to read this for the strike pass, the premium pass. I don't get this. I'm not going to even get to that. More total character shards, 15 gold promotion credits, 50% teal catalyst, teal origin gear, replaced Elite 5 with Elite 6 orb. I think this is all great. Replacing the ISO 8 energy. Well, this was an item that was typically hoarded, for example, coordinated assault. So it feels like they're heading in a direction to minimize the upside or the need to hoard everything. I don't know. Like, I put in the comment section. I don't feel like everybody's going to agree on this. But for me, overall, the more that the events are less complicated and require spreadsheets and don't require hoarding, I think that is good for the overall health, as long as they're not stingy about it, right? And we'll have to see. We will have plenty of opportunities to be skeptical about these changes, and hopefully they're an overall change for the good. We'll have to see. More, and then this is in the paid track. In the free track, doubled orange gear catalyst, plus 20-30% teal gear catalyst, and then 10 extra gold promotion credits. And then addition to what the Mojo Mayhem, which is already in game, you can see that they added an Elite 6, Elite 5, and this is actually pretty significant. I forgot that. 40 G17 mini unique gear pieces, doubled T gear catalyst, more gold promotion, replace advanced gear with orange gear, keep the rewards more relevant. And then the free track gets more things as well. Replace advanced gear with orange gear to keep the rewards more relevant. So for me, it's going to come down to me whether or not this is worth it. It comes down to, am I going to be able to complete the track? Because like the Elite 6 is at the very end of it. And I just want to say that in some ways, this is good value in Marvel Strike Force money. You know what I mean? But it's still $20 times 2, $40. And when I compare the 2 battle passes and what you get in this game compared to other games, it's not good. Like if I compare it to the $10 that I spend in Marvel Snap, this is an expensive game. 100% an expensive game. All right, so there's going to be a patch next week, and we're going to go through this quickly on the 19th. Now, so this is going to be before the patch, spend campaign energy, so you could still hoard campaign energy for this event. We're going to get a Phoenix Legendary event, and then on the 22nd, there's going to be an event with Alliance donations and spend campaign energy. So we'll see how that plays out. We're going to get the Bifrost team. I'm not going to go over all of this. You definitely gonna want to check it out. Hopefully we can get some gameplay for this here in the future and more detailed into the kits. Vahl looks like she's going to be very strong, and I'm seriously considering her to take her to gear tier 18 for Dark Dimension 6. Her kit lends itself to Dark Dimension. It does look like very good, and mostly it has to do with the exposed mechanic. And exposed mechanic is kind of like charged, a little different, but it's like charged. And Super Scroll and Vahl are going to be the two characters initially that have the exposed mechanic, and she has very high cooldowns. And when I first saw her kit, I was like, oh god, this is not going to be great. You know, a 10 and a 6/6, but she has a way of giving herself ability energy when basically when you hit an exposed character on your turn. That way she gets ability energy, and she has a relatively easy ways of applying exposed, whether that's on her special or if you put striker on her basic attack, and then also her ISO attack will proc exposed. So that is meaning that in theory it should be relatively easy to manage these large cooldowns as long as you're putting characters on exposed on characters that don't immediately die if you can hit them multiple times. So we'll have to see that. And we're getting the rest of the raid team. It's going to be a Mystic raid team. It looks like it's going to be very good. Like I said, hopefully I can get footage of this for you to view. Beta Ray Bill, Sylvie, Teen Loki, and then there's going to be a rework to OG Loki. And so it's going to be a Mystic raid team, and we'll have to see how effective they're going to be inside of, for me, 1.5. I'm not holding my breath for a tech raid team. Scopely's past behavior on raids is that they make one part of the raid super annoying and almost unfinishable with the current rosters that we have in game, even if you max them out. And they usually wait till the last minute to sell us a team. And the reason for that is they want, the large, the top alliances to core those nodes. Now, I do have to give them some credit that at least the incursion raid, that's at the end, right? Like right now, you have relatively easy time until you get to Mystic, and right now, Mystic is slightly less hard than Tech, and here they're selling us a solution. So, in alignment with the idea that they create a problem and sell us a solution. Now, they do mention the War Season reward upgrades, which I think is great. Looks like Nakia should be headed to the War Store, and I'm pretty excited about that. Lastly, there's not a lot of great offers today, but I just wanted to point out this one right here. Elite 5 plus 10 Red Star Ords and 50 training materials. And again, if you're able to max out the RTA pass, which is $20, there's actually pretty good value in there. There's an Elite 5, an Elite 6, 55 World War II Iron Fist, training materials, and then some gear tier 17. So in some ways, that looks like a reasonable value. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And again, thank you for all of the support. Thank you. Yeah, I really don't know how to verbalize my how lucky I am, how lucky I feel, and thank you for allowing me to feel vulnerable with that video. So thank you guys. Bye for now.